Hello, hello, and welcome to our last Monday of October. If you're watching this live, we are rounding out an incredible month and going into the last 60 days of the year. I feel like there's this like dramatic countdown, last quarter, last 90 days, last 60 days. Like it's on, friends. We are in it. And I keep seeing all the gurus and everyone saying it is accurate that you are defining your 2025 now. If you're on this Zoom, right? You're defining how it goes, how it starts, the person you enter into it with right now. It's not a waiting till, it's the actions you choose tonight and tomorrow. They start defining and refining, transforming who you are. So we always have that opportunity to start on that journey, right? To who we want to be. So with that, we're going to continue on our Plexus conversations flow. So we've done conversations around the products and how to help people say yes and be inspired to the products. Last week we did conversations around the business and how to help people say yes and lean into being interested in the business side of Plexus. And tonight we're going to get a little bit more applicable with you. And we're going to tackle how to help people get started sharing Plexus, like when they say yes, or what do I do? Now the next steps for you to take from then on out. So, Mom,
Okay.
there's your tee up. Take it away.
Okay, so awesome. So I'm going to start this call off and then Amber's going to round it out. So first I want to say, yeah, we're the most informed about how far we are from the end of the year, a people group that I can think of. And I love what Amber said when she said how you finish this quarter is going to define how 2025 is going to be for you. And so I want you to think in those terms when you're thinking about your business. When I talk to people and I say, like, do you want to be an emerald? You know, how much do you want to make? Is it the six figures? Most people will say yes. But then they can kind of get overwhelmed when they're looking at the volume or the numbers. So first, I want to break down and begin this conversation with saying, think about it in bite-sized increments. Okay, so how your quarter goes is how your day goes, is how your week goes, is how your month goes, right? And when you have these big business goals, you don't have to personally recruit all the people that you need to achieve the rank that you're looking at. If you can break it down in golds under golds, which is something that we've been talking about a lot, same thing for the people that you're bringing into this business. It's not this huge insurmountable task. You're just talking to them about how to tap into their network. Okay, so when I begin a conversation with somebody about the business, I always take it as just that, a conversation. It is never a pitch. It's you kind of getting to know them and what their goals would be and kind of what their motivation would be. So when I talk to somebody and it's someone that I want to talk to about the business, usually I'm thinking either they're going to be motivated by achievement, they're going to be motivated by the fun factor, they're going to be motivated by the fact that they really do need to make that money, or they're going to be motivated by, kind of goes with the fun factor, community, or their motivation is they want to be rewarded by seeing that they have helped people physically. Okay, so it's important that you know what their motivation is so that you can have an appropriate type of conversation with them. And so I have one friend in particular, I'm going to give you guys some real life examples. She doesn't need to make any money. She is loaded. Okay, she legit is loaded. But I've always wanted to work with her because she's such a fun person. She does so much for our community in general. And I can see that she loves the product. She's been on them for a long time. She could open up an entirely new network that I don't currently have access to. So the conversation with her that I would have is, hey, I know you don't really have an income need. I've talked to you about the business side from an income need, but I think that you could make a huge impact on the community that you serve, and it would be so fun to do something together. Are you open to looking at how this could look for you? Okay, that is kind of approaching it from what I feel that her motivation is. I'm not giving her a pitch and trying to talk her into anything. I'm just starting the conversation and asking her if she's willing to take a look at what it would look like. And I know that I'm speaking words that would make an impact with her. Another person, I know that she loves the products. She's been on the products for a while. She has a son that she wants to send to college. And so I had a conversation with her just recently around what if we could tap into your network and you could really get some income coming in from these products you love, and that would help to fund your son's tuition. Is that something that we could look at? Would you be willing to have a conversation with me about that? So a lot of times, I think one of the biggest hurdles is, we feel like we have to have some sort of pitch or presentation rather than just starting a conversation with those people. Then once they say yes, I get them to either let me have access to their network through them by doing an event for them, or I give them instructions on what to do with each person that they have in their network that they think would be interested in the products or the business. I kind of work through them, and that's something that all of you can do. And if you're new here, we have like a whole conversation flow that you can look at. And a whole system for getting your people started, inviting them to watch the Sunday night business event. You guys, I heard this last one from this last Sunday. Put a 1 in the chat if you listened to it. I'm curious. Okay, I heard it was phenomenal. So all of those recordings are posted in this group. If somebody says, yes, I'm open to taking a look at it, you can always just send them one of the recorded Zooms and ask them, what is it that you liked? And that's a way that you could get the conversation started further. And I have a lot of other things that I do, but kind of let Amber talk now. What do you got to say, honey?
Here, can you hear me? Okay. No, I love that. I loved and you're so good at inspiring people. Like that's one of the things that you are best at, and I now know that's why mom was so successful in the beginning. So I always thought it was always something mom was doing that I couldn't do. It was that mom is and was very good at inspiring people because she had a lot of belief for them and she saw it for them and she inspired them towards that. So that's what we're going to round this out with tonight of how to get people started sharing is it is not what you teach them, it's what they're inspired to do. Because how many of us know that there's 1,000 systems out there? How many people have you sent exactly what to say or exactly what to post and they don't do it? It's not them not knowing what to do, it's them choosing to and being inspired to make that choice, which is why we're always coming back to that, right? So if someone said they kind of fall into two camps, ask yourself where your people fall. Are they the people who want to refer because you told them, hey, if you have a friend, you're going to make back this much money. Or if you have 3 people, you're going to earn back $300. That's not a bad thing. That's the referral camp. And then there's the people who want to earn an income because you have talked to them about getting started to earn an income, right? So they kind of fall into two camps. So know where they fall. The great thing is you're going to do the same thing with both. You're just going to talk to them a little bit differently, right? So the same thing you do with both is this is what I do. Who comes to mind? Okay, great. Tell me who comes to mind that you think to share with first off, like offhand, right? This is whether they want to refer or they want to earn an income. They all start the same way. So I'm asking them because usually they have some people and they'll start to tell you, well, my mom, my sister. Then you ask why, like why your mom? Is there something about her? Well, she's really into health, or she's really struggled with her weight, or my dad is a diabetic, or, they start to give you all this information about the people they're thinking about. So you've asked them who, you've asked them why, then you're going to give them the tool to go share. So this could easily look like, well, go tell him that you just started something that you think he might be interested in and ask if he wants to see more info. Or here, go send this to your mom and ask her if she wants to try the products with you. And this could be a graphic, this could be a few testimonies. This is simply giving them a tool or two to go share with that person. Um, Oftentimes I know that I don't need to tell someone how to tell their mom or how to tell their dad or how to tell their brother. I might need to give them a tool to back it up. Like, let's say their mom has IBS and I go find them a quick IBS testimony because I know how to do that easily, right? And I send them that tool, but I don't need to give them verbiage of how to do that. I almost think when we give someone verbiage of how to share with their close network, we make it weird, right? Like if someone tried to send me a copy paste and told me to send it to my mom, she'd probably be like, who is this? Like, what is this, Amber, or is this a copy paste, right? So I have to remove the desire to give them a copy paste and just let them go off their inspiration of why towards the person and just give them a simple tool. So to recap, we have who comes to mind, tell me about them so that you have some info, and then, well, go tell them that you started something that made you think of them and here's a testimony. So you're giving them a light tool. And then it's tell me what they say back. This is the most powerful piece. I used to miss it. I would just hope the person came back and said, well, they said, yeah, they're interested. Tell me what they say back. Send me a screenshot or give me their exact message so that I can help you know how to answer their questions or what to say next. Now, I do this and you want to do this because remember in the beginning, you are helping them develop their own skill set without teaching them it's a skill set. If you were to tell someone, okay, I'm going to teach you how to follow up now, they're going to be like, wait, what? I'm just trying to make a referral, right? Like we're doing a big thing. So it's oh, awesome. We'll send this back to her. Or great, looks like she's ready. Here's how to make a cart, right? I tell people, and all my people on here know, I say the number one way I can help you is by you sending me your messages. So if you're having someone that's like, yeah, I want to earn an income, I tell them you have to send me your messages because this is the number one way I can help you learn what to say, how to say it, and how to respond. So that is as simple as it is. Mom, you want to interject with that?
Well, I just had one other thing. And I can, if you're not done with that train of thought, I can. Okay, so I think real life examples are great. So I have another person that I'm working with, and she's doing great. And the difference, like even in her face, you know how people get that beautiful plexus glow. So her coworkers are asking her, and so I have the conversation with her. Like, obviously, this is what network marketing is. You want to tap into everybody's network. You want to show them how to be a sharer. That is the goal of what you're doing. And so I'm keyed in on that. I want you guys to be keyed in on that and have listening ears. And so then I tried the traditional approach. Okay, great. Let's talk about your coworkers. And I tried to do what Amber's talking about, where maybe I could work through her and help her get started and help her learn that way. She was very resistant to that. Okay, have you ever encountered that when somebody's like, puts the brakes on and is like, no? So then your job in the conversation process is to figure out why, okay, without being, scaring that person away. And so I say, I know you're having really great results. I know your coworkers are asking, do you feel nervous about something? Like I sense a little hesitation. Do you feel nervous? And then her response is, yeah, I don't want to turn into a salesperson with my coworkers. And I said, okay, what if we do it this way? What if you say this to them, and then I do an event, and they can hop on the link if they're interested in it. They can hop on. And that way you're not being a salesperson. You're just saying, I know you guys were really curious and you're curious about the results I'm getting. I'm going to host a little event, and it's an online event. It's going to last about 15 minutes. and where the person that connected me is going to kind of explain what this is all about. Would you guys want to come to that? Like, would you want the link? I asked her, would you feel salesy if that was what you said to them, considering that they're curious and they want to know? And she said no. So you just have to try a different approach, a different angle. Then we're working on that. And then I sent her the event that we did. I reached out back up to her this weekend, asked her how she's doing. I sent her the event that we did this last Thursday on how to not let the products, the holidays derail you, because I told her there was some great information in there about how the products work. So then the next thing after she watches that, because she has some out of town people that can't attend our Zoom, I'm going to say, what did you think of that recording? Did you like it? She's going to say, yep, what she liked. I'm going to say, what if you sent that to your cousin, Susie? Like, could you text that to her? Because that would be a really good explanation for her, don't you think? Since she can't come to your event that we're having. And so that's how you get people started, is you just have to figure out how you can get them started. And there's no like standard thing that's going to work for everybody.
Yeah, you're micro stepping her in her whatever her comfort zone is. So I told you guys conversation flow you can have with them. Mom gave you an idea of hosting an event for them so that the event is kind of like the tool that they feel natural inviting somebody to. So that's a second. So we're giving you guys ideas. The third, of course, is have them post. Ask them to post, ask them to put it in their stories. Hey, not ask them, tell them. So another key point is if they have told you they want to make money, they want to get their products paid for, or they want to earn an income, you are the mentor, friends. Even if you're brand new and have never signed somebody, they're looking at you for what do I do, even if they're not saying those words, which means you say, hey, well, what most people do is they put a post up. So do you want me to write you an example, or do you think you have something you want to say? Here's a photo that I put up with mine, and you show them an example, right? You're telling them what the next step or next step is. We put up a post. Let me know when you make it, and I'll in case I miss it, so I can go comment. Do you think you'll get that up today? You're giving those micro steps and those actions to take. So we have 3 different options for you on the table. And the fourth is to continue to inspire them towards action, right? Like if they have given you a yes and they haven't taken steps, don't write them off. No, offer an objection like mom did. Mom said, hey, are you worried about being salesy? I know that you really want to share this and you have some people interested, but that you haven't taken the steps towards that yet. Is it maybe because you're worried about seeming salesy? Is it maybe because you're concerned about whether they're going to like the products or not? Is it maybe because you don't know what to say, right? Do you see that offering an objection up that they can say, yes, that's it. And now you can address the root problem, knowing that it's not a surface problem of why they're not taking the step, right? Um, okay, so someone asked in the comments, Alicia said, do you recommend three-way messages? I don't, Mom, you can say your take on this. I don't recommend them for everybody. I recommend them for some. Like I had someone the other day say, "Oh, I have a friend. I think she's really interested in the income side. She said this, this, and this." And I messaged her back in all caps, "Use me." I was like, "Put us in a three-way. Let me share like my story with her." Because that is like a very warm conversation where it would be natural for me to come in and give my story as a third party, right? If it's a brand newbie and their mom doesn't know me and they barely know me, or it'd be kind of awkward. I personally don't love three-way messages. So I wouldn't want to be thrown into one. So I just kind of hold them close and use them where I think they're more appropriate. What about you, Mom?
Same.
Okay.
It's not for everybody.
No?
And I do think getting people into community and getting people seeing the success of others and kind of normalizing the business side is important.
Yeah.
So if it's not a three-way text, then I mean, a three-way text is only one person. Sometimes they're useful, sometimes they're needed. But it would certainly be like Rising Diamonds, your team chat, introducing them to maybe like some of your sideline some sort of community needs to be there. And then reinforcing their belief by exposing them to like the Sunday night Zooms or the Monday night team call. Um, I think that those things are very important.
Yeah. And them seeing you do it, right? They need to see you do it, you showing up in your Zooms, you showing up in your stories. That gives them so much confidence. And like, okay, this is actually a thing. There's more people than just her, right? There's something for me to tie into. Okay, so to what if your chats are quiet or you don't have a team yet? Wendy, a chat can be you and one friend. That is a great chat. And recently, I have a close friend of mine that has a pretty large team, and she's like, my chat is dying. First off, friends, chats die. It's normal. All of us who have been around for a long time, we have had lots of chats and said farewell to lots of chats. It's just normal. Never, don't ever feel shy to close out a chat and say, hey, 2 more weeks left of this chat. I'm really excited to end out the month with you. And then we'll be going into a November chat. I'll be reaching out to some of you personally, like to talk about that. Like don't be afraid to close it out. Don't be afraid to make them smaller. It's better to, I'm a huge proponent of protect your energy, the energy in the chat. If there's 2 people with good energy and everybody else is dumpy, take out the 2 and make a new chat with you and the 2. That's going to be so much more fun and powerful than trying to revive a dumpy chat, right? So side notes on chats.
And
But
all sideline, like if you have some
that's, yeah,
sideline, yeah, that
sidelines.
you work with that is sideline, that's great. And maybe you guys are both in the same situation, and you want to keep, yeah, Marge, you're right. Energy is everything. And you want to create an energetic, fun chat and support each other that way and support your downline that way, you can do it.
Or say a welcome chat. I've done this. I have 2 of my, I've had multiple of people in my downline that I've thought that they would connect well with a new person I sign, and they might be my level 1 or my level 2. And I just say, hey, can you do a quick welcome to me with my new person I signed? I think she'll really enjoy you. And I'll make a chat of just the 3 or 4 of us just to introduce her, help her meet new faces, tell her to friend them. They'll ask her questions and we'll just have this cute little conversation to the side. And the chat serves its purpose and they congratulate her. And then that's it. And it helps her. I say, so I want you to just know some more faces when you hop on our larger team Zoom. Right. And it gives her a more of a concrete point. So that's a good way to utilize just a side chat for a quick hello. Right. But because you do want them to give them more space in that way. So, and always, and with this, always go back to people. You may have offered it once, you may have offered it twice, you may have offered it 10 times in the last 2 years or 20 times because you're a really good friend. Never count somebody out. If you can keep it light and fun, and you can be, hey, it's me, your friendly neighborhood, person who believes in you and knows that you could be amazing. So I'll never stop asking because seasons always change. And so I'm here again with your, quarterly. Have you thought about getting started with Plexus with me yet? Like something cute, something fun, a GIF, make it light, make it enjoyable. Write something that they'll chuckle at because it's for their benefit, not about you, right? And continue to offer back, especially when we enter next month, because it's going to be the best.
Yep.
All right. Anything to add, Mom?
No, I think
Gave
that's
it our
great.
all. Okay, friends, that's what we have for you tonight. I hope you noticed a lot of nuances, a lot of lean into who you're talking to and what would serve them best in conversation, and enjoyed that. So, all right, we will see you in November for a November to remember. But I keep telling my team this last 4 days, you want as many people coming in so that you can really leverage November. You want people now so you can leverage November for power for them and for you. So don't stop. All right. We'll see you then. All right. Bye, guys. Thanks, Mom. Bye,
Bye.
everyone. Bye, ladies.